Hey guys, welcome back to Bobby Fitzgerald Golf. It's good to be back, and hope you guys are ready for another lesson. I'm still not out at the golf course, but that's okay. Um, so today we're going to do pitching the ball. Okay, a few basics of pitching the ball. We're not hitting a super long shot. We don't need 90 degrees of rotation. So this should be easier for you once you practice it. The other thing is you can take your regular grip, and you know the grip. If you have the grip properly, you can hold it with one finger, just like that. Listen. Okay, so your standard grip, both of your V's pointing to your right armpit, over that way, between here and your right armpit. But right armpit's a good rule of thumb, where you can see two and a half knuckles here, and then this just fits. You never want your thumb straight down. People will do this, they have their thumb straight down. The club's not really in your hand. You're not in control. If it's over here, just slightly to the right, now you've got control of that club. And then you just simply put your palm right over that thumb, where the V's between your thumb and forefinger are pointed the same place, are approximately almost exactly the same as your left hand. Your left hand's going to be over here, pointed over this way. Your right hand is going to be pointed over that way. So your grip is going to be basically, for me, the same. And some people would change it. They like a stronger grip, a weaker grip. You know, it's a good idea, guys, to be consistent. And so that's what we try to do. The other thing, because we have a shorter shot, we're going to choke down on our club. We're going to choke down on our club an inch or two. 2 inches is better than an inch. The closer you can be to that ball, the more control you're going to have. So I can almost be right up to it. And in fact, you're not going to overturn with this. So you're close. So you don't want to bring it excessively inside. You're just basically making a turn like anything else. If you're going to make a mistake, make it straight back. Don't make it inside. So let's take one straight back. The other thing is, however far we take it back, whatever you have practiced, whether it's here, here, or here, for whatever distance you have to pitch, and that's going to take some practice to know, okay, here I'm going 36 yards, whatever, 35 yards. Here I'm going 50 yards. Here I'm going 70 yards. And then also depending on, how fast you're coming after it. But you know what? You don't want to come fast at it. You want something that you can control, something that you're comfortable with, something that you don't feel like you have to press. So we're closer to the ball. Our hands are down on the grip. And you can try to come straighter back, but you still need to move still need to move your core. You need to move your arms, and you move your arms because your core is moving a little bit. So it won't be as much, of course, as a full swing. My weight is going to be towards the target. My hands are ahead of the ball. The ball is going to be just slightly to the right side of the middle of my narrow stance because I want to come down at that ball with a descending blow, guys. So we're going to do something like this. You'll notice I didn't take a full follow through. The other rule of thumb when you're pitching the ball is however far you take it back, end up that same distance forward. I mean, I took the club straighter back. You'll also notice that when I took my backswing, at the top of my backswing, when I'm ready to transfer from back to forward, I didn't rush it. I didn't try to be nervous. I didn't think, oh, I might not do it correctly. Stayed in rhythm, stayed in timing. You can almost pause at the top. Watch, guys. Watch, guys. the more time you give yourself to finish that backswing, the more in control you are coming forward. If you try to do it quickly, everything is out of sync. You can't. You don't want. You don't want to be out of sync. You want to look elegant. You want to look like a golfer. You want to look professional. Say, oh, that was a nice looking swing. He just took it back and was in control. And you'll learn whether that ball, when you do it that way, with the same swing over and over again, does that ball go 30 yards? Does it go 28 yards? Does it go, you don't have to worry about 28, but does it go 25, 30, 35? You know, I try to put it in 5-yard increments so that your mind can process it and not try to be odd numbers. Because if you want a little more and you're still using your wedge, rather than going to pocket high, you might come up here to waist high. So let's come up a little farther. Always in rhythm, always good timing, because if you're scared or you're nervous, you're going to try to jump at it. It's going to be terrible. Try to relax, because the club head is designed to do the work. It has a certain amount of loft. It's a short shot. So in your mind, just be comfortable. Okay, this club head, if I do what I practice, this club head is going to do the work. You don't have to jump at it. Just make a nice smooth swing. Just don't come like this and stay back here. Let your body, which is taking you back, come right with you forward. And you're going to get so used to that. You have a narrow stance, ball just in back of center. Your hands are going to be ahead of that. Bring the club a little straighter back. Finish the same height as you went to. And just have a smooth swing. Not slow motion, but just a smooth swing. It could almost seem like slow motion to you. So when you keep the same rhythm and timing, look how much smoother that is, guys. When you have that smoothness and that timing, your shots are going to be so much better. And you're going to thank me for this. But you know what? You still have to go do the work. You really do. You have to go practice. You have to hit that driving range. Now, if you don't care about shaving, 3, 4, 5 strokes, 7 strokes, whatever it is, you a lot of times you're playing a par 5 or a par 4 where you're out there 80 yards, 50 yards, 25 yards. Couldn't quite reach the green. And it's very possible that you get better at this. Hit those greens, at the very least, hit the green somewhere on there in 2-putt. It's very possible to save 5 to 7 shots in an 18-hole round of golf. And that, to a lot of people, that's a lot. They can shoot 89, and they can shoot 88, but they can't jump into the low 80s. This is the kind of thing, when you know your yardage and you practice and you have it in your head, even write it in a journal and put in there, just to remind yourself, if you're doing a journal, timing, rhythm. You don't have to rush it, with your chip, try to get that as close as possible. We looked at chips the other day. You're going to love this game a lot more. It might seem like more work to you because you have to go to the drive range, and it's a little work, but you know what? It's fun. When you start playing better, you're happy you did it. It's because it is fun. It's a lot more fun to have that lower score, and you go home, have your glass of wine or tea or whatever it is you have, and you're sitting there with your lady and just got a smile on your face. She's so happy you're in a better mood. And it's good. It's easy to be in a better mood when you play a little better golf. But actually, you shoot anywhere in the 80s. Compared to a lot of people, that's not bad, guys. So, but being in the low 80s makes a world of difference to a person. Because then you're thinking, on a lot of these short par fours, if I don't hit my driver, I'm not going to go in that water to the right. I'm not going to go out of bounds to the left, you know. And I know it looks to you like I'm pointing right, but no, my right. Boom. So if there's water out of bounds to your right, if there's water out of bounds, trees to the left, uh, avoiding that can help you. Because like I said before, you don't have to hit driver off every hole just because you have a driver in your bag. You know, uh, you can avoid a lot of problems depending on the length of the hole. At least go down to a 3-wood. A 3-wood, if your driver is say 10.5 degrees, which is normal a lot of times, you put that 3-wood in play, now you've got 16 degrees of loft, and the ball will run up the face and go straighter than sideways with the driver. Because there's less loft, the ball tends to go sideways. That's why with a driver you'll slice it. We talked about this before. But with an iron, if you're coming across the ball, coming across the line of flight, the ball goes up the face of the iron. That's why the guy who hits his driver, who slices the ball to the right, is the same guy who hits his pitching wedge left of the green, because he's still coming over the top, meaning he's coming over the line of flight. It's going to go straight left because your club head is moving left. With the driver, it's moving left too. But the ball goes off sideways and it puts that spin on it to the right. So we'll do another lesson on how to come into the ball better where you're not coming over the top. And actually, if you go back to some of my golf lessons, you could see that. But I'll do another one just so you don't have to go searching. We'll do another lesson on that. But anyway, I hope this lesson on pitching has helped you develop your rhythm, help you develop your timing. Remember to go forward through the ball, going down at it for a descending blow, without trying to take a divot, just going down at the ball so you can pick it up with the club head, pick it up with the club face. Same distance forward as you took it back, because that's going to give you good timing and rhythm. It's not like you have to accelerate to get all the way around through, because it's a shorter shot. You don't need a full follow through on a shorter shot like that. Pitches or chips. Chips, of course, you don't hardly go anywhere. But that's not a bad rule of thumb with a chip either. Gives you good timing. Go forward as far as you took it back, but you don't have to kill it. You know, the killing it and the anxiety of hitting it too hard is what ruins a lot of chip shots and pitch shots. People are trying too hard. They make it harder on themselves than they really need to be, than it really needs to be. So I hope this helped you guys. Thanks a lot for having this visit and being here with Bobby Fitzgerald Golf. Appreciate it, guys.